I actually grew up speaking Irish. I've never fully fitted in. I was subjected to racism. I always knew in my head I wasn't the same as other people. Guys, welcome back to another episode, and this time we're doing something a little bit different again. So we're going to be jumping into my heritage, if you want to call it, pretty much my background. I'm going to go into it. I'm going to go into everything, me growing up, why I've went on the path that I've went on, just a little bit of cultural background, everything like that. And hopefully by the end of the video, you'll get a better understanding as to who I am and why I do what I do. Also, my discipline with training and with food. Just to make it even more different, if I haven't said in my last 2 or 3 videos, this is different. I'm actually going to be training while I'm going to be talking about this because number 1, I have to get content, and number 2, I have to train. So I'm just going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Pretty much my dad, I think he was around 18 to 20 because he was from Libya. At the time, Gaddafi was in charge. Back in, I don't know when it was, what year, 19 whatever, you had to serve time in the army when you got to a certain age. And my dad knew that he didn't want to go that path. That's when he left the country. I think he went to Cambridge to learn English, something like that. Not too sure of the timeline from then and him actually moving to Belfast. But that's pretty much how it started. Obviously, he met my mum, created kids and stuff like that. The funny part is that I don't know why, but I actually grew up speaking Irish. So I was then put into an Irish school from P1 right through to upper 6th. Whole process in Irish. Like all my education has been in Irish from such a young age. Which I feel a certain way about it. I'll speak about it. By the way, I've never done this before. I've never trained and spoke about something that isn't training related, so it is quite weird. But yeah, grew up speaking Irish, and I mean, I don't really know how to say this, but me personally, I'll obviously choose a different path for my kids. My mum wanted me to go the Irish route. My dad wasn't too fussed. My dad grew up, obviously Arab, by the way, sorry, Muslim. And then obviously, as he left the country, and he didn't have that surrounding, he obviously wasn't a practicing Muslim after a certain amount of time. But my mum obviously wanted me to go the Irish route. And what I got from it was that when I went to university, I realised that I didn't know basic English. Things like a hyphen and stuff like that, just little things, I didn't actually know. So that would be the cons of the Irish language that I would say. It's a slippery slope. I don't want to bash it because obviously I do see merit in the path that I went. But at the same time, it's not something that I'll be putting my kids through because I just don't believe it set me up, I suppose, after I left school. Guys, when I'm speaking about, my path of the Irish language, I'm very cautious of it, and I am walking on eggshells, and I'll tell you why. Because there's a lot of people that do benefit from going that path if there's some form of Irish involvement with their career. But for me, because it didn't have any correlation with my career, I didn't actually benefit from it. And in perspective, yes, I would have benefited more maybe going to an English school, but I don't regret it in any way. I made a lot of good friends, met a lot of people. Everything in life, it happens for you, not to you, I suppose. So when I'm saying about the Irish language, I'm not bashing it at all, because there's so many people that do follow me, and they are on that path, or the family has involvement with it. So I don't want to offend anyone, but it's just one of them things, it's not for everyone. So the reason why I'm making this video is because of my background. I have always felt like I've never fully fitted in from an early age, and I don't want to be soppy about this, but obviously growing up, I was subjected to racism. I was subjected to being the immigrant. Back then I hated it. Obviously now I just look back and I'm like, we were kids. People say things that they don't fully understand. So for me, it's like I always knew in my head I wasn't the same as other people. And when it came to the gym, like my whole journey, if you look at it, I've never actually had a training partner. I've always done things by myself because I just find it hard to relate with other people. But whenever you're so young and you're in a position that I was in, it was like I just wanted to do things by myself. So I would say that that's definitely been a big factor as to why I do what I do and what I've done from such an early age, because I've just felt like, I have been different in a sense. And I know that's quite cliche for me to say, but it's true. So when my dad left the country, he lost contact with his family over time. And one day I came back from school. This is how long ago it was. We actually had a computer in the house that was like, not like a TV, it was like, not a TV, but it was like huge, like an actual computer with a wired mouse. Some people probably saw that, but that's how long ago it was. Came back with that computer, and someone had messaged on the computer after so many years, my dad losing contact with his family, like we're talking 20 years here, saying that your dad is my cousin. I knew that I had family on the other side of the world, never met them before. It was just something that I heard about, and from then I was actually able to meet my family when I was maybe 16. We met for the first time, and I have a lot of family in Libya, like a lot of family, which is pretty good. So yeah, my dad got in contact with his family. We then first met my aunts, my uncles. We met them in Tunisia. I don't know what year it was, like maybe 2014 or something like that. Met them in Tunisia, or was it Turkey? Met one of my cousins in Turkey, then met the rest of the family in Tunisia, and then later went to Libya. All my cousins are practicing Muslims, so it's obviously they lead a complete different lifestyle. They have different beliefs, and just growing up obviously with my dad, you know, born and raised Muslim, I would definitely say that his beliefs have been instilled into me, and I would say that's another reason why, you know, I've always felt a little bit different from other people. I would say that my views on society here are very different. I would say that I've adopted definitely Eastern beliefs as opposed to Western. So yeah, don't know why I'm saying this, but might be useful, might not. But yeah, I just feel that it is relevant. If I was to do quick math,
2 + 2 is 4, -1, that's 3, quick maths.
I would say that the reason why my morals, and you could say ethics, are how they are with my personality and with my business, it's definitely because of the Arab background. I don't know what it is, but today's modern age with bodybuilding this side of the world, people have this thing that they want to pay you for sexual services. And if you've been on my Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. You know, like OnlyFans, selling your socks, stuff like that. The reason why I feel so strong about it is because of my background, 100%. And one thing that I will say, and I'll always stand by it, is that I'll never sell out. I will never take on money to sell part of my soul. And I think a lot of people in this side of the world do that. And it's one thing that I'm pretty sure that I will never do. So yeah. Another thing as well, it's like when I said when I was younger and I felt a little bit different, I still feel that with my morals now, because a lot of people do say to me, why would you not take X amount of money just to sell your socks or just to send people photos? To me, it's absolutely disgusting and it's wrong. And I would definitely say that the biggest influence in that is obviously, you know, living with my dad, a born and raised Muslim, having the background that I have. That is the exact reason why. So hopefully that allows you to understand why I think how I do. And when I say I feel strong about it, I'm telling you now, if someone comes up to me and they say, I will give you $1 billion, like literally $1 billion cash right now for you to sell your socks, I guarantee I wouldn't do it. And people will be like, cap. People will say I'm lying, but I obviously know the truth, and this is how strong I feel about it. So we're going to end it on this. A lot of people, I wouldn't say they're confused, but a lot of people ask me, am I Muslim? And I think it's very clear, I'm not Muslim. I'm not a practicing Muslim. I do have Muslim beliefs from what I previously said, obviously my family and being in the household with my dad growing up, it's just instilled in me. When it comes to religion, I'm not going to say I'm an atheist because I believe that's a sort of category of its own. I don't really care. And that's being totally honest with you. I don't care to a point that I'm not going to disregard it, but it doesn't have any influence on what I do in my day to day. I don't feel positively about it. I don't feel negatively about it. I just feel nothing about religion. So I wouldn't say that I'm in this side or I'm in whatever side, but I would definitely say that my beliefs do stem from having a Muslim background. That obviously feeds into my personality a lot. Congratulations, you've made it to the outro part. So thank you for watching. And guys, I know I'm always saying this, but it does help me when I do receive your feedback. So with me putting this sort of content out, different from, you know, how to build your arms, how to put 10 pounds of muscle on your body, me putting this sort of stuff up, let me know if it is useful. Let me know if you do enjoy it. Let me know if it is informative. I know it's not going to directly help you, but it allows you to know a little bit more about me. And when I'm watching YouTube videos, I like to know a little bit about someone's background. So if you find it useful, let me know in the comments, please. And same as every other video, if there's anything that you want me to cover that you're going to find beneficial and it's going to add fulfillment to your life, let me know in the comments, please. But for now, thank you very much for watching the video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.